Example 5. Melissa, a city planner, had two pieces of wire equal length. She shaped one piece into a square to represent a new building and the other into an isosceles triangle to represent a nearby park. The base of the isosceles triangle is 4 centimeters shorter than a side of the square, and each leg is 9 centimeters longer than a side of the square. How long was each piece of wire? After reading through that, I hope that you picked up that there are a couple shapes in this problem, which makes it a geometry problem. So let's draw our shapes. The first shape we have is a square. The second shape is an isosceles triangle. Now let's read a little bit about these. Let's go back and reread. Melissa, who's our city planner, had two pieces of wire. So this would be piece 1, that would be piece 2. Of equal length. All right, equal length has to be important. If these wires are the exact same length, what can you conclude about these two shapes? If the wire that was used to create the shapes was the same, then that means that their perimeters are the same. And I would take notes on that. If the wires are equal lengths, the perimeters of the shapes then are equal length. So let's keep reading. She shaped one piece into a square, got that. And the other into an isosceles triangle, got that. So now we're at the important part. The base of the isosceles triangle is 4 centimeters shorter than the side of the square. So if we call the side of the square x, the base of my isosceles triangle would be 4 less, or x minus 4. The other part here is, and each leg is 9 centimeters longer than the side of the square. So my legs up here would be x plus 9. And these are congruent, so this one's also going to be x plus 9. Now you also have to pull on your geometry knowledge a little bit. If this is a square, that means every single side would be equivalent. They would all be x. Now there's no total. All we have left is our question. How long was each piece of wire? So we need to set up an equation either from other information or a total value that we would know off the top of our heads. Here we go. Back to this information. The perimeters are the same, which means x plus x plus x plus x for our square. That perimeter is going to be the same as our x plus 9 plus x plus 9 plus x minus 4. The perimeter of the square equals the perimeter of our triangle. Now, as you solve down, you will get 14 for your x value. So now that we have our x value, let's go reread the question and answer it. How long was each piece of wire? Well, let's go back to what x represents. X represents one side of the square. So the length of the actual wire would be all 4 sides of our square. So we would have to take our x value of 14, multiply it by the 4 sides of the square to get a total of 56. Now 56 what? The wire is 56. Here's our unit, centimeters long. So our piece of wire is 56 centimeters long, a very specific labeled answer.